and welcome. This is episode 3 of Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits. My name is Meg, and you are joining me right now in Rockville. We have, as I said, gone on the road, and I do like the new setup. Tons of natural light. We have some really nice doors on the front here, so I was just able to open up the blinds, and it's really nice. It is currently 8:48 on Wednesday morning, and I technically have off today, but I will be going in because I have to continue setting up my classroom for next week, which I'm very excited about. I've heard tons of great things about the kids, and I really like everyone I work with. They're really, really nice. I like everyone I work for, which is great. I mean, not like that's a change. I mean, I loved my last school, and I loved all the people, and I loved the people I worked for, so it's nice that I was able to keep that. So anyway, I want to thank everyone who is coming back for episode 3. This is really, I'm having a great time with this, and I can't wait to show you everything. So I'm not going to talk too much. Today I am drinking out of my Dogfish Head mug. This is Pat and my favorite place to go down here. We're kind of obsessed. They have the most amazing wood grilled things, like salmon and chicken and burgers, and it's a little bit of everything. And it's 5 minutes from the apartment, which is great. And Joann Fabrics across the street, and we did get there last night, and I will be showing you some acquisitions in a little bit. But yeah, so I am drinking French vanilla, very basic, nothing too fancy today. I do have some fancy ones, but not today. Anyway, alright, so the first segment that I'm going to go on to is going to be my Mr. Postman segment. You know? Oh, yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait. Anyway, so in the mail was some very exciting things. As you know, I've been working on my Cozy Memories blanket, and I did mention a little bit to the first episode, I believe, that I had found the most amazing thing online from Speakeasy Fibers. Let's see, I've got the little receipt here. From Speakeasy Fibers, Etsy. This was an Opal Harry Potter Yarn Minis discontinued limited quantity kit. Alright, and she says, thank you, we hope you enjoy making something with these fun minis, best. And here's a little something extra. So I'll show you the little something extra first. This is the little something extra. And this is a Blue Moon Fiber Art Socks That Rock. There it is, Socks That Rock. And I have really, really wanted to try this for a while. And this just looks so cool. So it's 100% superwash merino, and the colorway is Lunacy? Luna C. Like lunacy? Like, is it a play on words? If so, I love it. Anyway, it's a gorgeous colorway. It's got those greens and purples and blues, and it's just really, really pretty. So this was the little something extra, so I get a little something here. But what I did a thing. Oh, can't even pick them all up. Hold on. I got this. Ah! This is the Harry Potter cast. And I had them all in order, which clearly, like, I got them all messed up now. But I had them all in order, so I numbered them. So I'll let you know what numbers I'm doing in this. This is number 1, it's Harry. Alright. And he's got, like, blues and reds and all this fun stuff. Number 7 is Ron, and I really, really like his colorway. 6, Tonks. gorgeous. It's got like all these little flecks that you're seeing, and hers are also reflected in her hubs. Lupin. Oh, I love them so much. This one is Malfoy. And sadly, so sadly, these are discontinued. I got these kind of like by accident. This is Hedwig, which I love her. She's number 2. She's going right next to Harry. This is Harry and Ron, so it's like the colorways together. So you can see a little bit of both of theirs. Really like that. And to finish off, Dumbledore. I always loved how Madame Maxine says his name. That actress is fantastic. And there's Dumbledore. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I got all these minis to put in my blanket. I'm so excited. And I haven't touched any of them. All right, I lied. I did. I opened one because I was waiting to work on Harry since he was the first one. But I didn't touch any of them until I could show you. So you lucky you, because I'm working on a lot of things, so I have a lot to go on. But, so, still in Postman, that's not all. Then I got my little box from Knit Picks, which is always one of my favorite packages to show up. And I kind of forgot I did this, but I'm really glad I did. I got coordinating heels, toes, and cuff sock yarns. I figured just a little bit. It wasn't, you know, a whole giant skein. This is their Stroll Fingering, and it is super wash merino and nylon, and it's 231 yards, 50 grams fingering weight. And it's machine wash, which I probably won't use, but anyway. So this is their Jackrabbit Heather colorway, and I got this gray to go with some like pops of color that would just be a good neutral. But then, and I really love Past Meg for this one, it's the Glimmer colorway. I've recently become obsessed with Stellina, and Past Meg really got me on that one. And you can kind of see the sparkle. Oh my god, I love it. This is their Kestrel, which reminds me of the word Thestral, because I'm still in a Harry Potter mood. Then, Felici has been my absolute soft spot recently, because I know that it's a special reserve, and I know that once these colors are gone, they're gone. It's like Pokemon for me. Like, I need to collect them all. So this one I got for Patrick. It was just very muted but stripy. It was gorgeous. And this is Beyond the Wall, which I read is Beyond the Wolf. So then this one could go with this one for heels, toes, and cuffs, which I adore. That was Patrick's choice to put them together, which I love. That looks so good together. Good job, babe. And then this one's really exciting. This is for all those Halloween yarns that I've been getting. This is Stroll Glimmer, and it's black, but I'm blowing it out a little bit so you can see all that glitter. Look at it! Oh! It's amazing. It's just called black. Come on, that definitely could have had a better name. It's got glitter in it. Guys, come on. Sorry I keep flying out the camera. I'll try not to do that. And then this is Pickle Juice. And this was mentioned, Rachel made her Lost Lake socks with Pickle Juice for the heels, toes, and cuffs. And Rachel, you were not kidding. This really is. Like, I mean, on camera, it's flipping glowing. But, no, it's glowing. There's no way to not make it glow. It's not quite as obnoxious. I look like I'm holding some kind of radioactive material in my hand right now. This is kind of awesome. Anyway, so there it is. Knit Picks Pickle Juice Stroll Brights. And when they say bright, they're not kidding. It's not that green. It's definitely more yellow. But I really like it. They're super squishy, super soft. Like, oh, so much. So good. So much love. This one was on my Instagram. There you go, that's the word. And this actually. If I could be so bold, I was gonna pair black with it. Huh. Now I'm stumped. I mean, that's definitely more muted. That's obnoxious, though, but like in the best kind of Halloween way. This is Sanderson Sisters. And I got this one on Etsy. And it's just gorgeous. So I was going to pair that with black, but now that I see it, Then this was my next Halloween one. I believe it's just called Halloweeny. And it's got Stellina in it. This is from Lunar Stitches, lunarstitches.com. And this one is merino, nylon, and Stellina, 100-gram ball. Simply gorgeous. And I was thinking for this that I would be able to do maybe a dark gray, maybe a glitter gray, or maybe the black. Oh yeah, that's it, the black. It's the black. So maybe I'll do the bright one on the other one, and then let me know. Oh, so good. So much goodness. So this was my like gorgeous pile of everything to show you today, and it was just, oh wait, there's more. So I told you on the first podcast that I'm an idiot and I ordered the wrong yarn, and you can surmise since I got a box from Knit Picks that I should have included the new yarn with it. I did. So excuse the Totally Crushed label. Preciosa Fingering Tonal in Crest. And this is the fingering weight, which is what I needed the first time. Idiot. Can't believe I did that. But it's gorgeous, and I won't show you the sweater because I haven't done a darn thing on it because I didn't have the yarn, and then I've been working on a million other things as well. So, yeah. So I got all three of them. So finished objects. Yay! I got some really exciting finished objects. So one, my addiction to Felici, and my absolute love of Doctor Who. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh, see? Scarves. Just, see, I'm just gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it as a scarf. I've made 3. I've made 3 scarves so far, and I regret nothing. Halfway through, I kind of regret them, but then when I'm finished, I love them again. So, this is basic sock pattern. It's a 1x1 rib at the top. I did Judy's Magic Cast On, and then I did a Sweet Tomato heel. And for some reason, this heel did not turn out nice. I don't know what this is. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know if it was the yarn or the gauge. Could have been the gauge. It might not be tight enough. The more I look at it, the more I think that my gauge isn't tight enough for these, and that I really should move down to a 1, or at least a 1.5. But it's so messy, and none of my other socks did that. Like, I've been looking at my past socks, and they don't look like this. So I mean, they're for me, and I love them just because, like, overall, you don't notice it, but this is the worst heel I've done in a while, and I don't know why. So, yeah. This is it all. These aren't blocked yet, so maybe that'll look a little nicer once they get blocked, but I really think that they're just not, the gauge isn't fine enough. And Jilly from the Knitting Broomstick was talking about the addiction of finer gauge. I forget what episode I was watching. I haven't been watching in order. I've just been clicking on whatever YouTube tells me to click on next, and it isn't in order most times. So in an episode she talked about always wanting to go down and get a finer gauge, and I started out like she did. I started out with like size 8 needles and worsted weight yarn, and what do you mean? Of course you can make socks that way. But then I met sock yarn, and it was so pretty. I couldn't resist. So yeah, that's my first finished object. Woo! And then my second finished object, which he promised he won't watch, so I'll just kind of like do this. Look how good it is, guys! Ah! Alright, so the socks don't match, and I only have one with me. The other one's in work because I've been hiding them there. But there it is. There it is. I love the brown for the heel and the cuff. The brown is, I kept the tag, Hawthorne fingering, and it's the fawn colorway. So nice. And then this is the elfin, which did all kinds of weird things. Looks like a map. Looks like islands in the sea. Like, I'm seeing like water up against beach thing. I don't know what this is. It's pretty. It's just I can't figure it out. And this is my first Fish Lips Kiss heel. Look how good that turned out. I learned a new thing, guys, and I gotta say, I'm a fan. That's very clean. That's very, very clean, and you can see that it looks really nice on the sock block, so I'm assuming it's gonna look really nice on him too. You gotta picture that he has absolutely no arch though. That's why there's so much bag here. He has completely flat feet. I could show you that actually. So what I've been doing is collecting feetses. Woohoo! So to do a Fish Lips Kiss heel, you're supposed to have a tracing of the person that you're making the sock for, so that you know exactly where to do the heel placement on there. And so what I've been doing is everyone that has come within like 10 feet of me that I know and love, because as I said, I need to love you to make you socks because it takes forever. So I've been tracing everybody here, but I can pull up Patrick's, and so this is my dad. You can see his instep here, and then this is Patrick's. No instep, nothing whatsoever, completely flat foot. Same size sock though, so I've been in the past measuring by my dad's foot for socks for Patrick, so that I didn't have to tell Patrick I was making him socks. But yeah, and then I finally did my own. I mean, you would think that I would have made one for myself by now. Apparently I'm not making socks that fit. Here's Trina's. Yeah, so anyway, these have come in handy. These will come in handy. People who haven't gotten socks yet are getting socks. They might know they're getting socks, but I am planning on doing that for them. So, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so finished object. Woo! Very excited. I'll put that over there. And there's one more. Let's see if I got, oh, I did pick it up. Good. Okay, so this is my Pearl 10 sweater, which if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen. And there is my Deathly Hallows back. And this is not blocked, and I don't know what blocking will do to it, but we'll see. I also wonder if the yarn's gonna bleed. So I can put it on like so. And I'm like, great, it fits perfectly, like it's really cute. There's the Hallows, very subtle. I wanted it to be like nerdy, but only if you knew like how nerdy could be, you know. So this is this, and then so if you'll see, it kind of like curves up and in, and I'm like, this just needs to do this. Like it wants to do this. It wants to hook in the front, and it would just create a clean line along the side. It would pull this all in. So I'm just gonna sit on my knees for a second. Okay, so it wants to do this. And how cute would that be? You see? So, last night I bought this, and it's a hook. It hooks on like that, and I want to put that hook. Maybe lean up a little bit. Look how gorgeous that would look, right? And I would just hold it in. So this is my finished, and then I decided that it needed one more thing. So these are gonna go on, which I'm super excited about. It's actually quite chilly in here now that I think about it, but I'm gonna take it off anyway, so I can keep going. Scratchy throat, scratchy throat. Okay, so that was my 3 finished objects, which, I mean, 3 in a podcast is great for me. But let's move on to what am I still working on? All of my gorgeous whips. All the whips. So, number 1 on my radar right now has been my featherweight cardigan. And this is a picture of it here the other day. The needles are still in the front, and I hadn't done the bind off yet. So I sat there that night and I did a basic bind off, just pushing one over the other, little hopscotch, and I put it on, and it was very, very tight. There was no give to that bind off. So I realized, I was like, I should have done Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off. And I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I did it for like the last 5 just to see if it had any extra stretch, and I was like, oh, it kind of does, but maybe it wasn't a big deal. And I just loved it so much to put it on. Like, I was so excited to put it on that I just did it. And I'm sitting at work yesterday and I'm like, I need to take it out. Like, I need to. It's not gonna be okay. Like, it's definitely too tight. And like, the thing had like squinched up, and I was like, no, that's a terrible idea. That's a terrible, terrible idea. So I sat here and I listened to whose podcast was it? I'll put it down. So I was listening to podcasts, and I just ripped the whole thing out, just one stitch at a time, and I picked them all up, and it went really, really well. Sorry, I'm gonna blow out the camera again. I'm terrible at this. Okay, so here's my second ball, and I'm working from both ends, and there is a slight color change, but I can live with it. It's not that bad, and I don't think if I point it out to people, they're not really gonna notice. So right now I'm working 2 sleeves at a time. So this cardigan is gonna look hella crazy for a sec. Sorry, just is. So there's the sleeves. It's almost as if you wrap your arms behind your back. Okay, so picturing it that way. And there is, I did stockinette edge, and I'm letting it roll. I like the roll, that's fine. And you can see how much give that has. Like, this was scrunched like all the way up to here. It was so bad for it. Look how much more I got out of that. The right bind off is everything. I mean, it really is. You can make or break a project. I want to wear this so badly. Like, in the worst way. I want to wear this. Oh my god, I do. So, this is definitely going to be a finished object next week, because I don't think I can wait another week. I need it. I need it so bad. Look how cute it is. So guys, I am making a cardi, and it's going real well. Very excited about it. I've started the sleeves, and I'm doing 2 at a time, and I've just picked up, and you can see the last like 3 rows or so. It was a little chaotic trying to pick up under the arms. Like, I don't know if that's just me, if I don't know how to pick up stitches properly for that gap you get under the arm. But I always have like weird gaps that I end up trying to like hook other stitches through to close. So I might have to do some Googling on that because, oh my god, it's so soft. Because it's not pretty a lot of the times. And I think I have like a little, I think I have a little hole, which I'll probably just stitch up, but like, how do I not get a hole? Like, that's what I need to know. So how do I not do that so that I don't have to just like squish it together and figure it out that way? Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of 2 segments here. So one, works in progress. I am keeping all of the yarn together in my super cute Knit Picks bag. This is another mail item. Ooh, that's another mail item. We'll talk about that. So all of my extra yarn, look at that. It's all in one place, guys. I'm like massively organized right now. Also, I made a little chart, and you can't see that, so I need to take it out. Can you see it now? Yes, you can. So I made a chart for where the buttons go on Patrick's sweater, so that I can now start that again. Poor Patrick, the sweater has totally gone on the back burner because I am obsessed with my featherweight cardigan. Come here. But it is not much not much has changed since you last saw it. I am still under the arm. I am there. And it fits him great. Like, it's so good. I'm so excited. Like, it's just gonna look so good on him. I'm thrilled. And it's such a soft yarn. He really liked it. I mean, he always kind of tries it on begrudgingly because I somehow catch him when he's in the middle of something else that he really wants to do. And I'm like, can you try this on? And he's like, fine, can we do it quick? And then he does it. And that's the point right there. That's how we'll make it in marriage, because it's like he really might not have the time or want to, but he sees how excited I am and he's like, sure, fine, but make it quick. And then we get it. And then I'm like, yay! Happy sweater. I'm so excited. So I really need to put some work into this. I am going to work on the button bands. I'd look great in this blue. I should make myself something. I should buy. I'm a treat. I'm a treat. So I'm gonna gather all of my stuff here. I'm gonna put it in my bag. In my bag. Ta-da! It's a massive bag. When they said large, I wasn't sure what. I mean, I wanted it for the sweater, but I could fit like. Actually, the Cozy Memories blanket might move in here eventually, because this is a really big bag, but it's gorgeous and I love having it that big. So speaking of Cozy Memories, my Cozy Memories blanket. Oh, I love it so much. Guys, this grew since you've seen it, and I haven't woven a single end in. Sorry, Mom. I'm total disappointment, I know. I am the worst at ends. I used to just give it to her and be like, could you weave them in? I'm the worst. I'm the worst. So I believe you saw 1, 2, and 3, and I was going to do Snape. There he is, Potions Master in all his glory. And I did this really, really nice. I really, really like it. This would probably go really well with the pickle juice. No, it's actually a little dirty. We won't do that. Anyway, so the next one that I did is my Bewitched, which I thought went really well with the Harry Potter theme. And like it kind of just reminds me of Luna. It's a little bit purples always remind me of Luna. And it's sparkly and it's got this great tonal in there. And I love it. And then next to her went Ron. So, I mean, 3 squares this week, it feels like a lot. I guess when I look at it, it's like, oh. But I did one a day, so I felt like I was working a lot on it. This one was great. I did finish Molly Weasley, and I swear I finished McGonagall last time for you. So anyway, like, look at this. My cozy memory shawl is going very well, if I do say so myself. That's such an art teacher thing right there. Oh, it really, really is. So the next ones to go in, where are they? They're in Philly. All of my stuff got sent to my house, my parents' house. So like it didn't come to the apartment. I ordered Cursed Child, Night Bus, and Hufflepuff. And then I got the opals, but they came here. And I have Ravenclaw here. And I ordered a Slytherin one, and that was also delivered the other day. So, going really, really well. So over here, Slytherin. Probably Hufflepuff, or maybe Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw. I'll take a look at the crest and see where I am, and I'll just position them that way. So that'll be the last square here and the next two up there. So it's going really well. Oh, you can make a top out of it. This would be a really nerdy top. I think of the weirdest things. Anyway, so you briefly saw this one on last week's with my Tea Time with Meg and Molly. And so this is her mermaid colorway, as she calls it. It's actually called Cozy Cove, but it's very, very pretty. And then I whipped up a little bit of Elfin in a cakey form so that I could carry these around. So now that they've been on the podcast, they're going to get wound into little balls, and then I'll be able to carry them around. And I'll probably carry Harry because this one is going to go here, and then Harry is going to go with Sirius. I thought that was important that they be together because they didn't have enough time. So right there, that's going to be Harry. And 3 squares, that's a week for me because I'm working on everything at the same time. So those are my next 3 that I'm working on, and I'm really excited about them. So I've been carrying them around, as you know, in my TARDIS fabric bag. And I got this fun little kit off of Amazon that just has everything that you could wish for in a millisecond in one place, which is great. Oh, also off of Knitpicks, I ordered some stitch protector markers thing. Stitch mark protectors. Oh, and while you have a close-up, this is my Ablet bracelet, and this is also from Knitpicks. And the Ablet bracelet is for keeping track of stitches, so in a round or a row, and then you can just move them as you complete them. And then once you're done, so you don't go anywhere. So I can, like, you know, put my socks down and be like, all right, I did, you know, I'm on the third of whatever, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I can just look down at my wrist, which it just looked, I'm an art teacher, so it just looked super art teachery to me. But yeah, so it was really, really good. So my gorgeous cozy memories, it's getting so squishy, as Katie would say, so squishy. Look at it. They do make excellent pillows, Katie, I agree. I love them. I was having so much fun on your podcast the other day. I was singing with you, Age of Aquarius, the minute you started it. I was like, oh, I'm there. Podcaster sing along. Yeah. Alright, so there it goes, and it's gonna go off to work. Hi ho, off to work it goes. I'm losing it today. So these are my lightning storm socks, and they are almost done. Hoping that I can take these with me now and then maybe even finish them up. And then in a little bit you'll see a finished object. That'd be awesome. But yeah, so these worked out really, really well. I would definitely buy this yarn again. I got really sick of it for a while because I had messed up 2 times on it, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. But it's just got a gray heel from Patons Kroy, and this wasn't a fish lips kiss. This was something else, but it actually looks like a fish lips kiss, and it was like where you, I think it was a short row heel, so to speak. But yeah, so they're coming along really nicely. I love the split. I love that I was able to do the opposite. It's a very clean cut right there, which is great. This one, not as clean, has a little purple, but it's so not noticeable. But yeah, so these are super soft. This is Lightning Storm from Heritage Prints collection, and yeah, I think since I am going to be officially out of this yarn, this is a ball that I would buy again, for myself, and this time I would probably put a glittery heel and toe in there. But yeah, so work in progress is also spinning. I put this up in pictures on the last podcast with Molly. We were talking about wool gatherings, and here is my gorgeous robing. I fell in love with this when I saw it. I was like, I absolutely have to have it. My hands are so dry, so I can feel them like sticking to the wool here. But so I got this, and on Etsy I had bought a spindle, just really pretty drop spindle. I think it's a type of mahogany, and I've started spinning. Can you see all that? Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool, and every little twist you can see the color changes. So that was really exciting. So this new spindle went with this new Vatling. This is the one that I would call like Polyjuice Potion or something. I just think it's stunning, like every little bit of it. I can't get enough, and it was on sale, so perfect. So work in progress. But yeah. Other than that, I guess we're down to wish list. So, you know, my wish list knits. Aside from, I wanted to start the spindle. I got a little bit done on that. Not as much as I wanted to, but a little bit done. My wish list is still the Palmia shawl. And I first saw that shawl that Rachel made, and it's so stunning, it's so gorgeous, and as I look at it, I'm like, oh my god, I have the perfect yarn that would like kind of look like Rachel's. And this just all this speckly goodness. Is it picking up? Oh, so good. So this is Happy Feet 100 Splash hand dyed. It's superwash merino and nylon from the Plymouth Yarn Company. And I got this at Second Story Knits, which, I mean, maybe just maybe I need to go back and hunt a second ball of this, because as I'm looking at her pictures, I think she uses 2 balls for that scarf, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to have enough to like make the full thing. Now, I thought about different things. I thought about maybe just taking the idea of like stockinette and patterns and stockinette and patterns, and then just using 1 ball of yarn and seeing how far I could get, and maybe just like having it be short rows So I would start with like a little bit and then I would keep growing out like that, and it would kind of like tuck around and under. I mean, it would be so much easier to just follow a pattern, but I only have one ball of this, and this is what I want. This is exactly what I want for this. Like, I have a vision, you know, and it just has to be this. And the last time that I ordered yarn offline, this is hand dyed, so clearly it's not going to be exactly the same, but like, it wasn't, these colors on the Shalamere like weren't, like one was more pink, one was more gray brown, like clearly not the same skein. And it doesn't look terrible. I'm going through because there's nothing else I can do. Like, I literally ordered 2 at a time, and then I bought the one, and the shop actually had a second one, but it was shoved behind and it had fallen in the back and I didn't know. So I could have bought 2, and I think 2 would have done it. But I do have the third one just in case. So I will do some checking online because I need to know. This is just so beautiful and so gorgeous. And every time I look at it, I'm like, oh my god, like, I know what this needs to be. I know what it wants to be when it grows up, and I want to make it that. So it's going. Yeah. So that's my one wish knit. My wish knits. I think I like that. Wish knits. I think I'll go with that. Yeah. And then another one, Rachel, apparently I'm just obsessed with what you do because you pick these things up, and I'm like, yes! So I had the same Doctor Who squares tabby. I need the same socks as Rachel. These girls, oh my gosh. So I'm using Knit Picks, and this is the pickle juice mixed with Lost Lakes, and I need these for myself. This is part of my Boxo socks. For Kristen, she is doing a knit along for Yarngasm, and you knit a pair of socks like every month or so. No, every month. Like, I think it's 12 pairs of socks, and it's supposed to be a selfish knit along, so it's supposed to be all for you. And I have currently knit 6 pairs of socks that aren't mine, and like 4, maybe 5 pairs now that are mine. So, I mean, I've hit my box of socks limit, but none of these 6 pairs of socks, only 2 of them are gonna live under this roof. Because they're pets. So, and 2 of them I still have because they're gifts and they haven't gone out yet. And then I've got more socks planned for mom and grandmom and dad and everything. So like, I have more, but these, especially since it's Felici and it's special and it's not coming back, I desperately need this. The girls were right. Hey sister, I went on and I looked to buy a second ball of this the minute they were like, I think it's out. Tabby was like, I think it's out. I'm like, oh no. It is out. And so these were originally for Patrick, but now I saw Rachel's socks. I'm like, shut up, I need them. So the Lost Lakes is mine, and the, there it is. This one is Patrick's. So you can see they like have similar, alright, they're not that similar, but they have that blue in the middle that's the same in both of them. The baby blue is the same. Apparently that's what I'm seeing. Oh, I love these so much. Actually, I have blue yarn too from Knit Picks that I think it's about that color, but those neon toes just call to me. So I think I'm gonna do them. So yeah, this is on my wish list, and this is also on my wish list. So this one is Stroll Fingering Poppy Field Tonal. I really wish that Felici's came this large. Like, I would buy them all. And then knit 2 pairs of socks with all of them. So this is the Knit Picks Poppy Field, and that's just it's too blue. The camera's too blue. That's more accurate. Alright, this is about Yeah, it's about the color. And I want to pair it with Sunset from Felici. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. So, heels, toes, cuffs in Poppy Field. And the purple, red, maroons, same kind of golds, which is why I wanted to play with them. I really love that. I went on and I bought 2 more balls of this because I did need it for myself. The minute I saw these together, I was like, oh, I need that. I can't give that away. And I was going to, so I'm gonna knit it twice, but I'll probably take a break in between. Or I wonder if I can knit 4 at a time if I bought like 60-inch size 1. It says 1 to 3. And I usually use a 2, but I feel like I could have gone down in gauge in the Felici. But I'm knitting differently now. I am doing Mina's flicking technique, I guess you would call it. I'm doing it now, and I have noticed that my gauge has tightened up significantly. So that might be enough. But this is also on my wish knits. So Lost Lake, Sunset, and then since Halloween is coming, quite rapidly actually, these two have to happen. And this actually, I don't know, depending on how much time I have, this might be a honeymoon knit because that's October, and I would come back with new socks for Halloween. Like, that could be pretty cool. Or maybe this one, the Stellina. And then, so I'm really, really excited about that. So maybe moving on to enhancements, stash enhancements. So as you know from the beginning, I ordered the knit picks, I ordered the bag, I ordered the bracelet. So I showed all of these already. The opals came in. So I guess my 2 big things that no, I did the feet tracers already too. So my big thing is fabric. So my mom, hi mom, does a bit of sewing, and I recently found really nice project bags on Hugh Loco podcast. Nicole had put up a bag pattern at Christmas. It was like a holiday bag pattern, but it's like the exact kind of box thing that I would want to do. So I bought a yard of this gorgeous Dr. Who fabric. I love it. Oh, it's so good. So this will be bags. My ukulele needs a bag. My Nitty Notty needs a bag. My Yarn Swift needs a bag, like long ones. So those are all to do. And then probably in one of those bags, I'm gonna also store the sock blockers. Yes. So this gorgeous fabric. Up next, also very near and dear to my heart. Hold on. I'll do this one next because we're sticking with Doctor Who theme. You recognize my bag. This is the fabric. So excited. This I got 4 yards of, and it is going to be a skirt. I need this in a skirt, and I don't know how much yarn normally goes into a circle skirt, because I would want to make it like I'm a very 50s style person, and I'd want to make it knee length or so, with pockets, if I could do it, with pockets. And I would want to make it a circle skirt that would just kind of flounce out. Kristen, Katie, I need you. I am not the sewing person. I bought 4 yards. Should I go back and buy more? It's on sale, so I mean, might as well. If I'm gonna buy it. But I have 4 yards, and it's not very hard or anything, and I don't know anything about sewing, really. So reaching out, is there any advice? Help. Help. And then moving on to next near and dear to my heart is Harry Potter. And let me see if I can get one where both Harry and the dragon are on there. So this was like, it says Gryffindor, has the dragon, might be from the last movie, or from the Goblet of Fire. Not sure which one they're supposed to be, but how cool. Grah! It's my dragon. Grah! But yes, so I got these last night and I just love them so much already. I can't wait until they grow up to be something new. But yeah, so I'm really, really excited. So I think that's everything for today. Now I just have to sit and knit. I have just one more thing. One more thing. I bought it. I read it. I think it was well done in the end. I had a hard time getting into it. I am not used to script books. That was my problem. I don't like reading names before every single sentence. I really, really like how J.K. Rowling's writing blah, 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 is just so descriptive and so moving all the time. And I miss her writing. I miss her paragraphs of just details and just, But this was great. This was great, and poor Pat had to like sit there as I just turned into a total bookworm last night. I got about halfway through Act 1 and I just stopped. I was like, I need a break. I can't do this right now. Like, I need to knit. I can't do this. So I stopped, and then I picked it back up yesterday afternoon when I was ripping the sweater out. And I was like, oh my God, I got interested, like really interested, like the action started, I guess is what you could say. And I was like, the plot was moving and it was all going forward. And I was really like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So it was really, really interesting. And the poor thing had to like sit there and be like, what are you doing? Like, shut up, so much going on. So it was really, really interesting. So I liked it, and Tina and Dan were over, Pat's sister, and they were like, we should go to London and see it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so there. If this actually happens, like, I'm in. Like, I want to go so bad. So yeah, that was a bit of my reading this week. But yeah, so thank you for coming back and sitting with me for this hour or so, and I will get back on my knitting now, and hopefully I have a few finished objects for you next week. I start Monday officially with all the kids, and I'm really excited. I got my bulletin board done today, and I got some paperwork done today, but I do have more to do, so I can be doing that while I edit this. And yeah, just sounds lovely. So I will see you next week, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful beginning of school year and knitting time and all of that. All right.